Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel, the Soarers Seaward family, and happy Friday. Welcome back to another FMM with me. And if you don't know what that stands for Friday Mommy Moment. And get this, you don't have to be a mommy to enjoy this moment. All you need is just a moment to come and hang with me. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by. If you're returning, thank you for always showing love to this channel. We appreciate you, and we hope that you love it when you come and visit the Soarers Seaward family. Now let's get right into this mommy moment. I got my coffee on go. I don't know what beverage you have or what your snacks you're going to be using today, but go and grab them and I'll see you right back here. Can you love me at my worst? And sometimes people can't. And that's a tough pill to swallow. As I look in social media, and as I look out into the world, and as I look at things, I see that people can only love people or only want to be in people's lives if the conditions are good for them. You only can love somebody if they're doing this, if they're doing that, if they're doing this, the way you like it, the way you gotta have it. And that's not reality. That's not what it is. People are gonna go through things. People are gonna have hard times. People are gonna have moments. And people are going to be people. I am that people. You are those people. We are those people. I don't know where I would be if there wasn't a handful of people that loved me at my worst. It's not many that can, but there's a few that signed up to say, I will. In life, there are some people that you will sign up to say, I can be that person for them. And there's some people that you're gonna say, you know what? I don't think this is the journey for me. And that's completely fine. That's your choice. If you're lucky enough to get those people that will raise their hand and say, I'm gonna stick with you no matter what, and I'm that person that's gonna love you at your worst, that's amazing. I have people around me that are single. I see people that are single. I see people out here, you know, looking for Mr. Right, Mrs. Right. There's no such thing. There's no such thing as this person that's gonna do all these things. Like, oh, I need this person who's going to text me this and rub my feet that and do this. Like that does not exist all the time. It might, it comes and it goes, but really, who's gonna love you at your worst? Think of the most that you can take for somebody, or the most that can happen, and you decide if you can love that person through that. Everybody wants unconditional love, but don't know what unconditional love is. It had to be taught to me. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know what it was. But I do know unconditional love is the type of love that Jesus Christ has for me. Unconditional love is the type of love that I have for my child, the type of love that my husband has for me. There is sacrifice that comes with loving somebody at their worst. And not everybody can do that. And not everybody's gonna sign up to be that person in your life. But just because they don't, it does not mean that you won't have that. It doesn't mean that you won't have that. And I know everybody don't believe in what I believe in, and everybody have different religions, different faiths and everything like that. But before my husband, before I met him, I was in a place where I just didn't feel loved. I felt like I was just unlovable, that everything that I did was wrong. I just had to escape. I just had to get away. And I found myself sleeping on somebody's floor in Maryland, trying to figure my life out. I was a complete mess. Did I have friends? I had nobody's number that I can call and just tell them what was going on. When I left Boston, nobody knew. Didn't tell anybody. I told my mom. I asked my aunt for a ride, who the last minute her cars got broken, and that's a whole different story. Love, I didn't feel that. I didn't know what journey I was embarking. I didn't know what was gonna happen. When I did start my relationship with God, and everything was still crazy for me, I still felt loved. Not from a person that was standing next to me, not from a feet rub, not from money in my pocket, because I was dead broke. I have nothing. They've had a bed to sleep in. I know somebody opened their doors for me. They showed love to me. And I was at my worst. Sometimes people aren't going to sign up to love you at your worst, but there's somebody who's always there. And I really want to make this message today because I want to let you know that trying not to get emotional, but somebody needs to hear that. When you feel that you are unlovable and you are at your worst and you think that you are just like life has thrown you a curveball and you feel like you are at the bottom and nobody wants nothing to do with you, I want you to know that He is there. God is there. You are not alone and you are loved. You are. Not everybody has somebody to physically be there and wrap their arms around them and say, you know what? I'm here to love you at your worst. I'm going to be that person that's there. Before my husband, I didn't have that person that was right there. But when I found out who God was and my faith and my prayer, and it just all came together, it's like, man, you were loving me the whole time. I just didn't know it. People in this world right now are hurting. And some of them are at their worst. And I don't know what their worst is. I don't know what's going on, whether it be health, whether it be finances, whether it be depression, anxiety. So much is going on. People are hurting and you are at your worst and you feel that you can't be loved at your worst. And I'm trying to tell you that you can. I'm trying to tell you that you can. You are loved. You might not have nobody that's right there for you to hear those words being said to you, but you are loved and you can be loved at your worst. People who are in these relationships and going through things that have people there and they're just not treating you right. They're just not being what you need them to be. Sometimes the people in this world aren't enough. Like my husband can never ever love me like God can. Never. He's not good enough. He can't amount up to what God can fill me with. There's not a gift He can buy. There's not anything that He can give me that can replace the love and the joy that God puts in my heart. See, we rely so much on man and people and things that show us love and that gives us love when we're looking for love in all the wrong places. Love is not 50-50. We all have moments. We're not big enough. We're not great enough. But you can be loved at your worst. Maybe it's not coming from your friends, your circle, your children, or your husband. Because that's not where it comes from. A lot of people out here searching for love in all the wrong places. All the wrong places. And when you get those things, that boyfriend, that husband, that car, that house, that empty feeling comes back and you're back to being at your worst. I don't know the Bible from front to back, but I do know that somewhere in there it says if you drink from me, you won't go thirsty again. That's powerful. I wanted to make this mommy moment because I feel like it needed to be said. And there's a lot of people, like I said, they don't believe in what we believe in. But what I believe in and what we stand firm on, I want to share with somebody because I know and I feel in my heart that it can help somebody. Sweetie, sir, child, whoever you are, and you're feeling like you cannot be loved, or you're just feeling like you're at your worst and nobody cares about you, nobody loves you, you suck at life, period. Stop. Because you are loved. Somebody is loving you right now, unconditionally, and He loved you before you were even born. You can be loved at your worst. I was loved at my worst. When I was sleeping on somebody's floor, I didn't have no money to my name, didn't know where my meals were gonna come from, but I had a roof over my head. People didn't know I was braiding people's hair just to make a few bucks where I was living at. They ain't know that, but yeah, that's what it was. And I was at my worst. But when I found and developed a relationship with Jesus Christ, my whole life changed. People think that I moved to Maryland and I met my husband and my life just became this. No, there was time in between before I met my husband, okay? I'm so glad I met Jesus Christ and started my relationship with God before I met my husband, because God loved me. So when my husband came and I was still broken, I didn't find Jesus and was put back whole and everything was just all great. I was still broken. I still didn't have self-love. I still had low self-esteem. But God sent me to my husband. He sent my husband to me. And my husband had so many things that God had poured into him for him to pour into me. You see, don't ever feel like you're so broken and you're so down that nobody can't love you, because God is working in your life. You might not see it at that moment. When you're sleeping on the floor and you ain't got no money, you don't know where your next meal is coming from. You don't know how your life ended up the way it did. You don't know why things are just happening the way they are. You're being loved. Things are working. It's working. You just gotta hang in there. And you are being loved right now at your worst. And I know that with all my heart. And you might not be able to see it right in front of you. You might not feel it at this very moment, but you will. I know people are like, woo, that was kind of deep. Or woo, what is she talking about? When God puts something on my heart, I just have to share it. I get emotional because I know what it's like to be in that space. Because even though you move out of that space, you never forget where you come from. That's what I wanted to take this mommy moment to do. Whether it falls on somebody's ears, whether it gets seen by tons of people or not, I pray that it gets to where it needs to go, because I know God didn't give it to me by accident. So thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in to a FMM, another Friday Mommy Moment with me. I appreciate you guys for always coming by and showing love to the channel. Friday Mommy Moments is a place where I could just come and I could just share what's on my heart with you. To people who listens and want to spend some time with me, that's dope. And to the new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing to our channel, just enjoying our family, enjoying these moments like this. I really appreciate you guys. If you have not subscribed to our channel, press that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you're notified whenever we upload a video. If you're not following us on our social media, please do so. Our new Twitter account, you can follow us there, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. Links are in the description. Go ahead and join our social media platforms and we will definitely follow back, join, add, however that works. Today's special shout out is going to Earth Boy Sun and Rain. I'm gonna drop his link right here. Earth Boy Sun and Rain, who is on YouTube. He does plants. He dropped this new video that I liked, and it wasn't about plants, but he recently shared, and a lot of what he had to say really hit home for me. So you guys, if you have time, please go and check out today's shout out, who is Earth Boy Sun and Rain. So you have today's Friday Mommy Moment shout out. You guys, if you want to be shouted out on Friday Mommy Moments, drop a comment down below, show some love on our social media, and we will definitely shout you out here. Well, until next time, you guys, stay blessed, stay true, continue to be you, because the world needs more people like you. And if you're not feeling love, we're here to let you know that you are loved and you matter. Till next time, peace